are going to focus on how we move our arms through space. So yoga helps us build body awareness. And last week when we focused on being really kind to our body and kind to how we place our body on the earth, a lot of you guys had breakthroughs. So in this practice, we're going to really focus on our arms because our arms are extensions of our heart. And when we can bring body awareness to how we move our arms through space, then it can actually help us open our heart. Here we go. Take a breath. You created space in your day to practice yoga. Come into a standing position and bring your hands to your heart. Lifting up one foot and then the other foot, intentionally place your feet on the ground, gently finding a connection that gives you stability. Then take a deep breath, breathing from your legs up into your heart. And notice how your hands feel right now at your heart center. Starting with a gentle observation. Is there tightness in your shoulders? Is one shoulder higher than the other? Are your elbows relaxed, dropping towards the earth? What is the quality of your fingers? Take a breath. Exhale your air out. Inhale, hands to the sky. Firm up the muscles of your legs. Reach up super high. And exhale, bring your hands into your heart, squeezing yourself into center. Inhale, hands to the sky. Firm up the muscles of your legs. Reach up really high, stretching through the armpits. And exhale, bring your hands down into your heart center. Inhale, hands reach up to the sky. Firm up the muscles of your legs. Feel your belly stretch as you lift. And exhale, bring your hands down into your heart center. From here, interlace your fingers. Press your palms forward. Tuck the chin and stretch the back of your shoulder blades. Imagine you are spreading your shoulders wide. Your head is tucked down, and so the back of the neck is long. Take a deep breath, maybe closing your eyes so you can go deeper in the body. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Stretch the front of the heart open. Reach up high to the sky. Take a breath. Bend at the elbows, release the arms back behind you. Interlace the hands back behind you. Shoulders come up and down your back. Squeeze the palms, draw the heart forward. A moment ago, we were stretching across the back of the shoulders. Now we're stretching across the front of the chest. Squeezing the hands, lift the heart. Take a deep breath. And exhale, hands come back into your heart center. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Keep your fingers interlaced. Accept your pointer finger and then lean over to the right. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lean a little bit more. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, lean to the left. Deep breath in. Exhale, leaning a little bit more. Inhale, come back and up. And exhale, open your arms wide, hinge at the hips, forward fold. In this forward fold, bring your hands down to the ground and then shake out your head and shake out your shoulders. Rolling your shoulders. Maybe you move your head to the left and to the right, getting a couple pops and clicks. Take a breath, returning to your breath. And then gently press your hands down on the mat and step your feet back. We're going to build a little bit of heat here. And so your feet can stay high, your knees high, or you can drop your knees. And we'll lower down onto the forearms. lowering one hand at a time. Lift back up. Leading with your opposite arm, lower down and lift up. One more time, both sides, lower and lift. Lower and lift. Pausing in plank. Feel the hands. Imagine the center of the palms going into the center of the earth. Deep breath in. Pull your head out away from your shoulders. Maybe even shifting up onto your tippy toes and leaning forward just a bit. Lower down onto the belly all the way. Untuck the toes. Inhale, roll the shoulders up, shoulders down the back. Baby cobra. Rounding the spine. Lifting up. Take a breath here. And exhale, lower back down. Press back onto your knees. Send your hips all the way back. Come into child's pose. Make this active. So walk your hands further forward. Take a deep breath in. Stretch through the armpits. Draw the heart towards the earth. Walk your hands over to the left. Walking, walking, walking all the way to your edge. Place your right hand on top of the left. Take deep, nourishing breaths into the side of the body. Feeling the belly move and the rib cage move. Walk your hands through center and all the way over to the right. At your edge, place your left hand on top of your right. We did this exact same pose a moment ago, but we were standing up. Yoga has very many of the same shapes in different orientations. Notice your arms as you open up the side of your body, taking a breath. And then bring your hands back into center. Walk them underneath your shoulders, lifting up onto your knees. Tuck the chin, round the back of the heart, cat pose. And let the belly hang, gaze up at the sky, cow. Inhale, tuck the chin, pull the belly button in, cat. Exhale, let the belly hang, look up at the sky, cow. Come back into table. Step the hands forward, lift the knees up. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, one elbow at a time, lower down. Leading maybe first your right hand. Press back up. Left hand lowers. Press back up. One more on each side. Keeping your core engaged to help reduce the sway left and right of the body. Pause in plank. Lift up onto your tippy toes. Shift your weight forward. Pull your head out away from your heart. Feel your heart light shining. And then lower down onto the belly. Untuck the toes and inhale, roll up. Baby cobra. Taking a few breaths to arrive in an expression that's available to you. Lower all the way back down. Press back onto your knees. This time, stay in table and reach your left hand up to the sky. And with your left hand up to the sky, if you can, look up at it. Notice its position in space. Then you can look back down, bring your hand to your shoulder, roll the shoulder, circling the elbow. Take the shoulder back, lift the hand back up, look up, and then thread the needle. It's a tiny adjustment of the shoulder to help you position your hand up in space. Deep breath in, twisting in the torso. Slowly untie. We'll do that on the other side. So first, open up your wing like you normally would. Noticing if your shoulder is up by your ear, what position your arm is in space. And then bring your hand to your shoulder. Take a big shoulder roll so that the elbow actually makes a big circle here as well. See if you can set your shoulder deeper on your back and lift your hand back up. Maybe it even changes the sensation where you're feeling this. Deep breath in and thread the needle. Back of the arm comes down. Rest the back of the arm down on the ground. Press through the opposite hand to create a gentle twist. Breathing into the body. Always using the breath to help smooth yourself out. Slowly come back to table. Step the hands forward and the feet back. Third time. Find yourself in plank. Engage your core. Squeeze the butt. Right arm lowers first, lowering down, forearm plank. Both arms down, right hand presses up. Left arm. One more time, both sides. Good job, you're doing great. Find your plank, lift up onto your tippy toes, reach your head forward. Big breath in, and lower down onto the belly. Untuck the toes, find the shoulders, roll the shoulders up and back. Inhaling, lift up. Use the breath. Find a full expression of this posture. Shining your heart light forward. Deep breath in. And exhale, lower it down. Slowly press back onto your knees. This time taking child's pose and finding your breath. See if you can smooth your breath out. Lift up into table. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Extend the right foot up to the sky and bring the foot forward in between the hands. Rotate onto the outside of the back foot and windmill your arms up. Warrior two. Find your position, find your strong legs, and then find your arms. Let's start by bringing the arms up to the sky. And here, imagine your shoulders were like bookcases and they were squeezing in on your ears. Squeeze in and then let the shoulders drop down. Open up the arms, palms face down. Gaze forward and then gaze back. Make sure your arms are parallel with the earth. Notice your fingers. Are they wiggling as energy channels open up? I tend to get these little twitches that happen. One more deep breath. Straighten your front leg. Hands to your hips. Heel toe your back foot in. Here we're preparing for triangle. Lift the crown of the head up, lift the shoulders up, set the shoulders on your back, and then hinge down. Once you hinge down, tune into the bottom side of your body. We don't want it to crunch lunge or bend over. We want it to be really nice and long. Take a breath. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and open up your arms. Now here, you can notice where your top hand is in space. And remember, a block is always a good option for that lower hand. Now, bring your hand to your shoulder. Take that shoulder roll, that elbow circle. Set it on your back. Lift the heart line up. And then imagine that your hand was this extension of your heart. Breathing in, lifting up. Close the pose down. Nice hold, you guys. Great job. Coming into a pyramid pose. Bring that back foot in. Turn the toes forward. Find your breath. Engage the quadriceps, squeezing, lifting the knee. Deep breath in. Long breath out. We'll move into standing splits. Shift your weight forward. Notice your hands pressing on the fingertips. Lift the back foot high to the sky. Notice where your shoulders are. Set your shoulders on your back. Elbows can stay bent. Fingertips are pressing down into the earth. Through this pressing of the fingertips, the toes reach up to the sky. Take a deep breath. The head is free even though the fingers are active and the shoulders are plugged in. Lower your foot down to the ground. Take a breath in. Exhale, let the breath out. Step the right foot back. Open it up, warrior two. Windmill your arms up to the sky. Taking a moment to find your legs. And then when you're ready, reach your hands up to the sky. Shoulders reach up high, finding that those bookends squeezing in. Notice how that feels. A lot of people, they walk around like this all of the time with this constriction. Now relax the shoulders down the back, arms open wide. Take your arms down into warrior two, palms face the ground. Intentionally set your hands in space. Looking back at your back hand, check in. Look forward at your front hand. Find a breath. Body awareness gives us power. This power to move with grace. One more breath. Hands to your hips, straighten that front leg, and step the back foot in. Walking in, lift up your toes, squeeze your legs, head to the sky. Now here, find your shoulders. Finding your shoulders by taking them up and then back. Keep them back as you tip down. Both of your side bodies are nice and long. Open up your arms. Check in with this upper arm. A lot of times the position of this upper arm is constricted because of the tightness in the shoulder and in the chest. Bring your hand down to the shoulder. Take a big shoulder roll, inviting those muscles to reset. And then extend your hand up to the sky again. Noticing how it's an extension of your heart. How you're opening up the very center, the essence of who you are. Take another deep breath. And close the pose down. Hand comes down, step your back foot in, toes forward. Begin to melt over the front leg. Finding this softness as you reconnect to the breath.
Lift the front kneecap up as you gently invite the left hip to move back. Another deep breath. Soften the front knee, pop the back foot off of the ground. Intentionally place your fingers on the earth. You want them wider than the foot. The closer you bring them in, the harder it is to balance. And your fingertips are engaged, they're pressing, the knuckles are bent. Once you're here, you can lengthen in the spine and then hinge in the hips, lifting the back toes up high to the sky, using this energy of the fingertips to plug the shoulders in, which helps you in the whole pose. When the heart is open, then everything else has more energy, has deeper connection. Take a deep breath. Squeeze your shoulder blades on your back. Lower your foot down to the ground. Take a moment in this forward fold, grabbing onto your elbows. Let the head hang and begin to make some figure eights. Circling one direction and then the other direction. Bring yourself into stillness. Hands come back down to the ground. Kneecaps lifting up. Gentle internal rotation of the thighs. Bend the knees. Step it back, plank. Now in this plank, we'll move to side plank. Right hand to the center of your mat. Find your right shoulder and rotate onto the feet. Touching the right shoulder, make sure it's plugged in. Draw a line across the chest and then extend the left hand up. As always, you have the option to drop the knee. Deep breath in. Noticing your arms in space. Spreading the energy across the front of the chest. Rotate to the opposite side. Mindfully placing your left hand down. Right hand touches your supporting shoulder, making sure that you're plugged in here. And then draw a line across the heart as you lift up and look up. Of course, if this ever pinches your neck, you can look straight out or down at the ground. Find your breath. Stay connected to the breath. Hand comes down. Find plank pose. Lower down onto your belly. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Press back, downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, begin to shift your weight from the left over to the right. Bring your awareness to your left hand as you shift to the left, and to your right hand as you shift to the right. Now keep your hands rooted, bringing your weight back to center. Step your right foot into center and lift your left foot up to the sky. Press through both hands. Bend the knee.
Begin to rotate in the hips, three-legged dog. Pressing through both hands. Lower your foot back down. Left foot replaces the right. Right foot reaches up, bend in the knee. Three-legged dog. Focusing on the connection of your hands. And here, some of us have a tendency to hyperextend, which means that you would need to just gently soften in the elbows. Lower your foot back down. Drop the knees down. Come into a seat. Sitting cross-legged, hands to your knees. Close your eyes. Roll your shoulders up. Take your shoulders down your back. Inhale, reach your hands up to the sky, focusing on your hands as they move through space. Exhale, hands come back down into the heart center. Tracing your hands with your breath. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, hands come back down to your heart center. Last time. Interlace your fingers together. Turn your palms forward. Tuck the chin. Stretch the back of the heart. Extend your hands up to the sky, feeling a stretch through the armpits, feeling a stretch across the heart. Release the hands, bring them back behind you, soft elbows at first. Roll the shoulders up and down the back, then you can straighten the arms, reaching back with the hands. Front of the chest is opening up. From this position, we begin to fold. It doesn't matter how far you fold. Use the hands to help you, reaching up to the sky to help you fold down to the earth. Some of you may be able to bring your head all the way down to the earth. Some of you who have shoulder injuries, make sure you stay soft. Even if you're just bending a little bit, notice how this action of pulling the hands back helps you draw the heart forward. Slowly lift yourself up. Bring your hands back to your knees. Close your eyes. Deep breath in. Long breath out. We'll now inhale in a box. Doing box pranayama. Inhaling for 7. Holding for 7. Exhaling for 7. Holding the breath out for the count of 7. Inhale, begin. Hold the breath in. Exhale, let the breath out. Hold the breath out. Inhale for 7. Hold the breath in. Exhale for 7. Hold the breath out. Inhale. Imagining you're moving up the side of the box. Hold the breath in, traveling across the top of the box. Exhale, moving down the opposite side of the box. Hold the breath out, moving across the bottom of the box. Again, inhale for 7. Using the box visualization if it helps you. Hold for 7. Exhale for 7. Hold the breath out. That will do. Can relax, take a few natural breaths. And then unwind, coming down onto your back. Bend the knees. Find the backs of the heels. Press down into the earth and lift the hips up to the sky. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath the body. Interlace your hands back behind you, pressing the hands down into the earth. Bridge pose has so many benefits. One of the benefits is that it's an inversion. Your heart is above your head. Inversions calm our nervous system. And this allows all of our organs to operate more effectively. Take one more breath here. And then slowly lower yourself down. You can cross your left leg over your right, open your arms into T, and then drop your knees over to the right. Maybe your gaze moves to the left. Breath coming in and out of the belly. Slowly come back through center. Left foot unties, right leg over the top. Find your breath. Drop your knees over to the left. Gaze can move over to the right. Slowly and gently untie. Both feet hit the ground. Can bring your hands into your body and then slowly release the legs. For a moment, if you wish, you can give yourself healing touch, self-Reiki if you're attuned to Reiki. Listening to your higher guidance as you receive the loving energy that you've activated in your hands, in your mind, and in your heart. When you're ready, take full relaxation, letting the toes splay away from one another and the arms melt down into the earth. Relax a little bit more. And then slowly and gently bring your hands back into your body. Bend in the knees and roll over onto your side. With your arms pressing down into the earth, lift up. Coming into a seated posture with your hands at your heart. Thank you for opening your heart. The world is now a better place. Namaste.